The spoon that's right there.
Okay. Are you ready?
We're live.
Really?
So I hope you're ready.
Okay. I don't think you're ready. Do you think you're ready?
Are you done? Come on, get over here.
Okay, I'm coming. Hello.
Hi guys, I'm Jen.
I'm Brenna.
And we're cooking up a storm today. We're gonna make sloppy Joe meatballs and a chicken-gnocchi soup and probably like a Greek-ish salad. I don't know if I have any feta.
All right.
That would make it a Greek salad.
So can we have a Greek salad without having feta? Would that be possible?
Sure, it depends on your seasonings. We're gonna use Greek seasonings, therefore it's a Greek salad.
Got it. But also, how do you make sloppy Joe meatballs? So you just take meatballs and put like sauce on them?
Yeah. So what's a sloppy Joe?
It's like a sandwich with like sloppy Joe sauce.
With sloppy meat in it, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you can go to the grocery store and you can buy a can of sloppy Joe. It's called manwich, sloppy Joe sauce, because it's a manwich, right? Right?
Okay.
So you take your ground beef, you dump on this can of sauce, you stir it up, you slap it on a hamburger bun. There's your sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Right? And you like those.
I do like sloppy Joe sandwiches.
Yeah. So we're going to make same flavors, but meatballs.
All right.
And they're going to be better. And there's no can of sloppy Joe sauce involved. We're going to start the sauce from scratch.
We're making the can.
Okay, we're going to start with a can of tomato sauce because I don't feel
You're not making your own tomato sauce?
guilty. I could, but I don't feel like, you know, our one viewer wants to see us cook down tomatoes for a couple hours just to make tomato sauce. So hello viewer, let us know where you're from. Say hi, we're friendly, we'll talk to you. Okay, and let's get started. Oh, and while we're cooking all of this, I'm gonna start some chicken broth.
Okay.
Now you've seen me make chicken broth.
Yeah. She just like takes like bones and stuff. Do you use chicken bones?
If I'm gonna make chicken broth, what kind of bones do you think goes in the chicken broth?
Chicken bones?
Chicken bones!
Okay, but I didn't know if you were going to use like chicken stock or something to start.
I'm gonna make it from scratch.
Oh yeah! Okay, yeah.
Right? So we're gonna put a bunch of good stuff in there to give it
And then
lots of
she
flavor.
also uses like celery and carrots, and we call them soup carrots when she uses that because like it gets all soft and like mushy and stuff, and sometimes
Soup
they're
carrots.
good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they fight over them.
Well,
awesome.
it's mostly my brother. My brother really likes them.
He's weird. You know what? I didn't bring in enough carrots from the garage. Why don't you go get a carrot? I'm gonna start cutting up the chicken.
All right.
Bring me 2 carrots,
Two
please.
carrots.
Yes, 2 carrots.
Got it.
So we're starting with chicken, and chicken breast was on sale. And if you do any amount of cooking, you know that chicken breast can be really kind of expensive. So when it goes on sale, I tend to buy a bunch, and then I get it frozen so that I can use it later. And this chicken breast is what they call split skin on, bone in. So I have to do a little bit of work to it to get it off the bones. That's why we're going to make chicken broth, because I'm going to have all these bones for making the broth. So you want do you want an anatomy lesson?
Yes.
So come on back then.
What are you talking
So
about?
anatomy of a chicken breast.
Uh-huh.
So this sits on top of the chicken. This is the breast, and there's another piece here, and they split it down the middle. So you've got the breastbone that runs down the middle, and it's attached to the ribs.
Okay.
So what we need to do is we need to cut this off. So I'm just running my knife down between the breastbone and the ribs and the meat of the chicken. Just,
Why doesn't like the grocery store do this for you?
well, they can, but then they charge you more. You can get boneless, skinless chicken breast for sure. And then it's about half or twice again as expensive. So it's really quite costly. But if you're thrifty and clever, of which I am both.
We never go to thrift stores.
No. But I'm a thrifty cook.
Okay.
You don't want to put this in the broth. I'm going to put a little bit in because where there's fat, there's flavor. but we don't want to end up with a really fatty broth. So these, I'm going to keep cutting these off, and they're going to go in the soup, in the broth.
By the way, I found you the perfect carrot. It's like, can you imagine this in like a snowman or something? It's like got that nice like...
Did you move my chicken? You did. You just came in.
I didn't touch the chicken.
I'm sure you did.
I didn't touch the chicken.
Okay, you're going to need to peel that carrot so it can go in the pot.
Okay.
Could you do that? You have to go get the peeler. If you guys ever have any questions about any kind of cooking, I am a retired chef. I probably possibly can answer it as long as it's not too crazy a question. You know,
give an example of a crazy question.
A crazy question. A crazy question would be like, how does my aunt, my father's sister's wife, brother's wife makes, I don't know, this Chinese soup, and she uses this crazy vegetable in it. What's the vegetable? Okay, I don't know.
Bok choy.
Bok choy. That could be an answer. Sea beans. I don't know. So I could give you a creative answer, probably not the right answer, but a creative one. All right, keeping up with the bones, turning some heat on here. And I've got onions and celery and stuff ready to go there. I have to put the fan on a little bit. I'm just gonna plow through these chicken breasts as we go. Brenna's doing the carrot. Are you done that carrot?
Yes.
Okay, you just gotta chop the ends off. You don't really need to, but sometimes they're dirty. Sometimes they're kind of gross.
You do it. You have the knife.
I don't want that in my soup.
There you go.
All right. Normally this would be cross-contamination and bad, but the carrot is going in the soup pot, so yeah, one more.
There should be an alarm that goes off whenever we cross-contaminate.
An alarm for cross-contamination. Do you know, that would be great in a restaurant, but you know what? It scares me. Do you know how often it would go off in a restaurant? There are some restaurants that really don't pay much attention to those kinds of things, and it's kind of scary.
Like kitchen nightmares kind of thing?
Kitchen nightmares kind of thing, for sure. For sure. Back when I had my professional kitchen, we were squeaky clean. I was a stickler for that kind of thing. Cross-contamination for anybody with allergies, like you have to be super careful. If somebody comes in with like an allergy, you've got to be careful because you can't, like, you know, they say if they have, you know, a shellfish allergy, well, you have to make sure that nothing shellfishy has come in contact with whatever it is that they're ordering. You got to be really careful about that kind of thing. All right, one last one here, but surprise, I have another package. Maybe I should let you do one. Yes, you should do one. You can do the next package. You can do one from the next package.
One from the next package, all right.
So you see what I've done? I just long strokes between the bone and the meat.
How do I know what's meat and what's bone?
You can feel it.
Because
and
like
you can
that
see
looks
it.
like meat right there.
Well, there are pockets of meat. You're not going to get all that out, but that's why it's going in the soup pot. Because all that yummy flavor is going to come out in the soup pot. All right, so you've not been watching. You want to just wing it?
Wing, haha,
Wing it.
chicken.
Brenna's with me because Brenna's learning how to cook.
And entertainment value.
And entertainment value, sure. Okay, grab that package.
Okay.
Put it up here. And we would love it if you followed us. We don't have many followers. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
But you know what? The other day, like, I'm determined to improve the cooking stream quality on Twitch.
Why?
Single-handed. Have you ever seen the cooking channel on Twitch?
Not enough.
And the kind of crap that's on it? It's pretty sad. Aye. Okay, fingers would have worked.
I want to be fancy.
So in order to improve the cooking quality, I need you guys to follow so that we can get more audience and get more exposure and more engagement. So
we have a few followers and we love our followers.
We do.
So if you want to be one of those people, you've got to follow. So follow right now. I can see you, 2 viewers.
Okay,
Come on.
but can you see the chicken?
No.
Okay, you
It's
ready?
not in my, it's
Chicken
not in
slimy. Are you ready for this? Your hands are clean because I made you wash them earlier.
Yes.
But are you ready for this? Okay. So let me move this out of the way so everybody can watch you cut the chicken. All right. Here's the chicken breast. Here's the breastbone. You're gonna get your knife down in here between the meat
like right here
and the bone, but you've got bone coming out here.
Okay.
So I usually start with the breastbone.
So here?
No, down here.
Oh.
I usually start with the knife, get it in right. Get your hand in there like you mean it. It's not gonna bite you anymore.
Okay.
Okay, keep going.
I don't think a chicken would be able to bite me even if it was like alive.
Chickens can bite.
Really?
They can bite. I mean, they don't have teeth, but they'll, okay. So now, okay,
I need to keep mutilating, Mom.
yes, keep going. Okay, follow the chicken with the bone. There you go. It's not a pretty job, but she's getting it done.
How dare you? My chicken is beautiful.
3,000 more of these and you will have perfect ones.
3,000?
3,000. Okay, now
Such
hold
a
on. There's a
specific
little
number.
bone sometimes that sticks
I already
up.
got it.
No, you didn't. It's right
Really?
there. There's that little bone and we want to get that. Put that in the pot.
Oh, the pot's getting like
Here,
grayish in color.
bone. Little bone. Just cut the bone out. There you go. Perfect. Still no one wants to chat with us. There you go. That we're just gonna put in the bin. We don't need that in the soup pot. Okay,
Yay.
now the skin's gotta come off.
Oh,
And don't be running away to wash your hands. You got more to do.
really?
Yeah.
You said only one. You said Brenna, just do one from the next one.
But you did such a great job.
Says the one that said I was mutilating.
I want to see you do it again. Look at you holding it. Like, get your hand in
It's
there.
gross. It feels so gross.
It's not that gross. It's chicken. Don't think about it like it's gross. Just, now get in there with your knife and cut that a little bit.
Okay, you want the skin in the
I'm
pot?
no, skin just over there.
It's like slimy.
You're slimy. It's not slimy. I mean, it is kind of slimy. There you go. And then you can put it on the plate of done. Ta-da! You did it. One chicken breast, cut off the bone. Now it is boneless and skinless. And that you pay a lot more for. So, like per pound, you'll pay $2-3
So I just made you,
or more.
I just made you net profit.
And see, now look at the life skill you've learned. How to save yourself money, right? You buy it on the bone and now you know how to cut it off. All right, right in there. You work on that one. I'm going to get the rest of the veg in our soup pot.
It's so hard to know like where to put your knife in. Like, I can feel I'm cutting
Yeah, you
through
want to
apple
feel it
chicken.
with the knife, right? You just keep feeling along.
It's so weird. Oh my god. This is so weird.
You're so weird. What is weird?
Chicken. It's like, I didn't know that chicken is like a meat, you know? I just thought it just like was a ingredient. It just kind of spawned, you know? It's like, they say that I'm eating like
Okay,
smoked chicken.
let's not go too far down this road. I don't need you becoming a vegetarian. Not that there's anything wrong with vegetarians. It's just I'm not cooking vegetarian. So there you go. Keep going. All right. So you see how your meat looks kind of mangled?
Yeah?
That's because you mangled it. Because you need longer knife strokes instead of like short little
There's
sawing
like bone in
ones.
there.
Yeah, so that's it. Get your knife down there to cut the bone out. Whoop! You cut through the bone, which is not a problem except now in the pot, except now you have to extract the bone.
Where is it?
Feel for it.
Oh.
You got it? All right, keep cutting that out. I'm gonna get the onions in, and so where's my knife? Where's my good knife?
It's like finding a needle in a haystack.
Well, it's more like finding a bone in a chicken
Well, that's
breast.
because it is.
I need a slop bowl.
I know it looks like this is like so easy and I'm just doing it so badly because I am, but
But
it's
what?
not.
Is this hard?
It's like there's just tiny little bone in there. Can't get it out.
I mean, would you rather be doing math or cutting chicken off the bone?
Math.
Okay, most people would say, crazy.
I love math.
Wait, see, that's the thing. Okay, so that was a bad question.
Oh, Mom.
Yeah?
How do I get this out?
Keep cutting it. Keep cutting. There you go. Yeah. Okay, other question. So would you rather be doing chicken off the bone or mowing the lawn?
It depends.
What? What does it depend on?
This part, I would rather be out there mowing the lawn.
I put that in the bin. Yeah. Okay, and that goes on there. Nice job.
Beautiful.
Only 12 more to go.
Oh, skin as well.
Yep, don't forget the skin. I put an onion in the soup pot, and I'm going to put some celery in.
You put the onion in the soup and you mix it all together.
Yeah. So the best part of the celery for soup is this part. Why?
More flavor?
More flavor, exactly. And leaves and all. There's a lot of flavors in celery leaves. So unless you're saving this to put in your Bloody Mary, which you're not because you're not old enough to drink.
I don't even know what a Bloody Mary is, other than the
Exactly.
thing you see in the mirror at 3 a.m.
Well, you can't drink that one. But the inside of the celery is the best part. Just make sure you wash it first.
Okay, the next one, guys, the next one is going to be beautiful. This one, this is it. It's going to, like, win the beauty pageant.
The Twitch Beauty Award?
Yes. I think that's a thing. I think that could very well be a thing. Okay, where do I start? Ugh. Didn't I say that finding the first cut is always the hardest?
Isn't there a song about that? The first cut is the hard. Wait, first part? I don't know. The first something is the hardest. I don't know what it is. All right. So we're gonna get our chicken cooking to make the soup. I'm going to cook it in broth so that we can get lots of flavor into it. And then I'm going to use that liquid into our soup. So cut away from you, sweetheart. Always cut away from you. That's better. And then follow along with the knife right up close to the bones.
I'm trying.
There you go. You get it eventually. Can we fast forward? No, you can't fast forward when it's live. If anyone's watching this on replay, you can fast forward. Hey, Ma, I'm glad we're making soup with these bones. You know what I'll do?
This one's going to be beautiful, Mom. You've just got to trust the process.
If I'm not going to make soup right away with the bones, I'll grab up all the bones and I'll throw them in the freezer in a bag. And then when I have enough or time...
See? It's so pretty.
It's
yes. Better.
Yes,
It's
it is
better.
Pretty. It is beautiful. So you freeze the bones in a bag until you're ready to make soup, and then you just put the frozen bones into the liquid, and away you go. I don't need it in my face. I need it in the pot. My pot's getting very full.
So full.
I'm gonna take some out so we can cook our chicken breast.
Okay, and then I'm gonna peel it really beautifully. I'm gonna be so gentle with the chicken skin. Yes.
Be gentle with the chickens.
It's like there's this. Ew. Okay, I know that I'm being I don't know. I don't know what I'm being. I don't know.
Girly?
I'm just talking. Yes, ew, guys, this is so disgusting, guys.
You're not girly though.
Yes, I am. Do you see me? I'm wearing such a girly outfit today. I'm wearing a pink shirt, guys.
I'm gonna put a couple breasts in here. I just took out some of the liquid from the broth from the stock pot and putting in a couple of chicken breasts to cook up for the soup. We'll go one more. We'll make a big pot of soup. All right, I'm gonna put these on to simmer. What do you think happens if you boil the crap out of chicken?
It gets mushy.
No.
It gets hard.
Okay, closer.
It gets dry.
It gets dry and it gets stringy. And we don't want dry, stringy chicken breasts. We want nice, moist, supple. I'm starting to sound
It looks like my
X-rated, aren't
skin.
I? It does not. Come on,
Yes,
put
it
that in
does.
there.
Skin.
Well, when
Okay.
you get older, your skin starts looking like that with the skin on it. That's why they call it chicken skin.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one. It's gonna be really beautiful.
All right, you do it.
I'm going right through.
Right along the
And
bone.
then
Hello,
doing-
viewers. Say hi.
We haven't gained any viewers, Mom. It's been 2 for a while.
I know. Well, maybe it's like 2 that like come and go, and it's 2 all the time. It's because the choices Sunday morning on Twitch for cooking are just so awesome. We have really stiff competition, Brenna. Oh, someone's chatting. Butchering meat is an important culinary skill, saves so much money. I remember my first time butchering meat in culinary school. Half the class cut their fingers, the other half just gave up. You're doing great. She is doing great, and you're right, it is a really important skill.
Thank you.
And we talked earlier about how much more money they charge in the grocery store to do this for you. Like, you could go buy a pack of, now that one, ta-da, that one looks beautiful. A pack of meat cut off the bone and the skin removed will be $3 or $4 more a pound easily. Easily. And Fluffy Socks, I love the name Fluffy Socks.
Uh-huh.
So, right, we are saving money, and we're making broth with
Wait.
the bones.
Fluffy Socks followed us already. Welcome back, Ben. Hello. See,
Oh,
he followed
that's
us.
right. Well, he or she,
Or she,
or
yeah.
they.
Hello.
Hello again. Happy to see you.
Yeah.
All right. See, Fluffy Socks knows that this is quality Twitch cooking,
This is entertainment.
right? Watching Brenna, watching Brenna cut chicken. So you know what that flap is there? Do you know what that
This
is?
is a good bay leaf.
Bay leaves.
Are you gonna leave it in the broth? Or are you just gonna like, or are you gonna like take it out of the soup?
I will take it out when we strain it. Couple of bay leaves go in there. You know, the nice thing about chicken broth is you can add whatever kind of flavors you like. Uh-oh. Network error. What does that mean?
I think it's just our end. Oh, we're back.
Did something happen? We may have lost you. I got an error. You can change up the chicken stock to whatever kind of flavor you want. You could add ginger, lemongrass, garlic, shallots. You know, you can make it sort of more Asian-y flavor. You can make it more European-y flavor. You can make it more North American-y flavor. I'm going just with a plain, flavorful chicken broth so that we can do lots of different things with it. So I'm going to add some garlic. Watch your bum.
Is this good?
Ta-da!
I
Nice.
think I cut a little bit too much meat off.
Yeah, that one's, but it's okay because it's going in the soup pot. All right,
That's the flavor, guys.
I'm going to add a couple of garlic cloves to that, just so we can get lots and lots of flavor in
It's
there.
actually kind of cool now. I'm getting past the grossness. You can like see the veins. It's so cool.
Brenna wants to be a doctor. She finds the veins under the skin of the chicken breast fascinating.
Okay, but the other day I went to the eye doctor, and they did this, like, they put this light right up close to my eye, and I could see like lines, my vision. So I asked the doctor, like, hey, I see like a bunch of like dark lines on in my eyes, and then they're like, oh yeah, those are your eye veins. And I'm like, whoa, because like I could like occasionally see just like flashes of like this orange background and then just like lines going past. It wasn't just like little lines, like I could see like the inside of my eye basically, and it was so cool.
They weren't UFOs?
I don't think so.
You weren't seeing weird aliens? Oh, now she's just playing with the chicken breast.
It's muscle.
How about you put it there and then go wash your hands with soap? Take this away. Take this to the sink.
Oh,
Take
you didn't
the
cut
whole
my
thing.
beautiful carrot.
How many went in the pot? Did one go in the pot?
Yes.
Oh, this has to go in the pot.
Come on, Mom. You're slacking.
Get with the show. All right, it's in the pot. All right, so the chicken breast, I am going to freeze some of it enough for a meal so that it's already boned and skinned and ready to go. Brenna is asking for some grilled chicken for her lunches next week. Yes, only the daughter of a chef gets grilled chicken wraps
but
for
to be
lunch.
fair, I was having the same thing for lunch every day, basically.
Well, because you didn't ask Chef Jenn for
I
some
had
help.
a tortilla, right?
A
with
tortilla.
some lettuce in it,
Yeah.
and then occasionally cheese, and then ham, like packaged
Well,
ham.
that sounds delicious.
It sounds delicious, but when you have it every day for like 3 weeks, basically. I threw in some actual bread instead of tortillas occasionally.
Did you wash with soap?
Yes.
All right. Good.
Uh-huh.
Get it off.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's set this aside.
Make tea.
I have to wash my hands now.
You look
Come on, go top.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Why are you counting?
So I know how long to
Hot.
for.
I get
That was
extra.
like
I get extra
16.
seconds because the water is so
17.
hot.
That was like 18 seconds. Ah! You just,
All right. So next
did
we're gonna
this.
make the meat for our
Back.
sloppy Joe meatballs. Brenna's been talking about sloppy joes. I don't like sloppy joes. So compromise sloppy Joe meatballs.
When was the last time I talked about sloppy joes?
Not that long ago. I remember these
She's
things.
lying.
I'm not lying. I
She's
remember.
lying.
Not
You're
lying.
gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me, Mom.
Okay, trick question. No, not trick question. Trivia time.
Okay.
Do I want to boil the crap out of my chicken broth?
Well, the way that you say it,
Okay, let me rephrase. How hard a boil do I want to make the chicken broth?
you don't want a hard boil. You just want to simmer.
She says rather tentatively. Is that the right answer, Mom? Yes, that is the right answer.
Yo,
A
I'm so
bare-
smart.
Not even a simmer, but just a bare
Hello,
simmer.
new viewer. Somebody
A
join us.
bare simmer.
A bear
That's
simmer.
like hardly any bubbles
Like
coming
what
up.
kind of bear? Like a brown bear, black bear? Like what kind of
Chicken bear. Because the harder you boil it, the more impurities,
Okay,
all the stuff
I just got
comes.
the best image in my head. Okay, you said chicken bear, right?
I was taught.
So I'm thinking of a bear, right? Instead of legs, it has like the chicken bones, like the chicken wings, and then like on the back, it's like the actual pointy wing things, and so it's just like a chicken carcass just walking around like a bear. It would be funny.
That would be funny.
Yes.
That would
Kinda
be a
thing.
chicken bear.
We lost 2 viewers.
Because you're talking about chicken bears, you did it. I'm kidding. We don't want to boil the chicken broth too hard because look, all the scummy stuff floats to the top. We're going to skim that off, but we don't want to boil it really hard or it just gets all cloudy.
Yeah.
And it still tastes good, but if you're like a broth fanatic the way I am, the broth has to be very clear and golden and delicious. So we're going to let that go. All right, you ready to make the meat mixture for the sloppy joes?
Yes.
Pull your sleeves up. You're
Okay,
going
I
in.
actually do like squishing meat and stuff like the.
Well, you
ground beef.
are about to squish meat.
Okay. I've been preparing for this my entire life. Mom.
Your entire life
My entire life.
to make sloppy Joe meatballs. You've been preparing your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bowl. And what kind of meat do you suppose we're using to make our sloppy Joe meatballs?
Ground beef, ground pork, ground chicken, ground ham, ground lamb, meat.
So which is it?
First one, ground beef,
Actually,
ground pork. Come on, just do something right.
we are using a combination of ground beef and ground pork. And I buy it when it's on sale in the big bulk packs. And then I split it up and freeze it. So this is a combination of ground beef and ground pork. I buy it from the grocery store like this.
You got the Pizza Hut, you got the Taco Bell, you've got the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Well, she sings too. Look at that, all that entertainment.
Yes.
If you couldn't find it pre-blended, you could use 1 pound of ground beef and 1 pound of ground pork. We want it kind of fatty meat.
What seasonings are we putting in?
What seasoning should we put in there? What goes in meatballs?
Salt,
Okay, what else?
pepper,
Okay. What else?
something green.
Like parsley?
Yeah.
Okay, we could.
What? This much?
What? Oh my God, that's so much salt. She's got about 1/8 of a teaspoon.
As much?
Now you've got about 1/2 teaspoon.
This much?
That's closer. There you go. Oh, you're doing it all chefy now? From up high so it spreads around?
Yes.
Okay, one more.
What?
Meat like salt.
This much?
Yes. And if they're too salty, it's your fault.
No, it's actually your fault.
No, it's your fault.
No, you.
Okay.
No, you. Best comeback
We
ever.
have to have some things in the meatballs to bind them together and to hold them together. You could make just meatballs without any binders in them, but they would be kind of hard and not very nice to eat. Lots of pepper. Pepper like you mean it. So we're going to put into our meatballs, we're going to put some breadcrumb, an egg,
Egg.
and some milk.
Oh, is the egg to like get it like together? Because like egg like hardens and stuff.
The egg will help hold them together. What does the milk do?
It makes them creamy.
You want creamy meatballs? She's not going to guess this.
It's just for color.
No.
It helps the flavor.
No.
What? It's for the texture.
No. Told you wouldn't get it. Okay, texture's probably closest.
Yes, I got it. Mm-hmm.
So there are enzymes in the milk that help tenderize the meat.
Such a nerd, Mom.
A food nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and I asked them what clubs they were in. And they're like, oh yeah, I'm in like the Gender Sexuality Association, and that's about it. And I'm like, oh cool. And then they're like, okay, what clubs are you in? And I'm like, well, I'm in a science club, and then I'm doing the math competition club, and then I'm in senior chamber, and then I'm doing intermediate orchestra, and then I was in HOSA for a little while, and then I'm also doing leadership, and it's just like, then they went, literally, they said, so you're a nerd? And I'm like, yeah.
You're a
and
bigger
I'm like,
nerd.
cool.
You're a bigger nerd.
Okay.
All right, egg goes in. No eggshell. All right, put the shell in there.
I get it all out.
Yes. We're going to put some breadcrumbs in. I'm just free-forming it. It's probably going to be about 1/4 cup of breadcrumb or so.
I mix now.
You could use bread. You could like,
And then just like crumb it.
yeah, you could use bread
Would
too.
it be better to use like dry bread, like old bread?
You could, for sure.
Alright.
So now look at you, food nerd. So the breadcrumbs are going to absorb some of the
Like a
liquid
candy.
from the meat and hold it all in there so
Okay.
that they're delicious. Okay, go ahead.
This is so weird.
Is it weird?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
get
I
it
did
in
that
like you
egg
mean
with
it.
Okay.
Like you mean it. There you go. There you go.
You got it.
You're
Oh, the egg is all slimy. Ugh.
Is this the first time you've ever done this?
No.
It's not many.
I've done this like once.
Once. 1,000,000 years ago. Your facial expressions say it all. You got to get it from the bottom and get it turned over because that egg is going to be hard to break up. Yeah, I can see big chunks of yolk. Now, you don't want to overmix the meat either. So you don't want to like put it in a food processor and just go crazy at it because that would just make the meat nasty. Okay, come on. Keep going. We're going to do the meatballs in the oven. Old chef's trick. You could dump them in the fryer. I don't have a fryer to dump them in. And so we're going to do them in the oven just because I can cook a lot of meatballs all at one
Looks like
time
slime,
in the
Mom.
oven.
You can like do this. and
Can
you
you keep going? Because we need to roll 1,000,000 meatballs still. So the meatballs are pretty neutrally flavored at this point. I'm going to add some garlic and onion.
It's like pasta dough.
Garlic powder. Where's my garlic powder? There's garlic powder. Bit of garlic powder, bit of onion in these, just to give them a bit more flavor. Most of the flavor is going to be in the sauce.
So we want flavorless meatballs and high flavor sauce.
Where's my onion?
It smells like vampires.
I'm going to use dehydrated onion flakes. These are my secret weapon in the kitchen. What happens if you put chopped up onion?
You'll bite into them.
Yeah, it doesn't really cook. And so you get kind of a raw onion, hard flavor in there. But if you start with dehydrated onion, these are going to absorb some of the liquid in the meat. No, we're not rolling yet. You're still mixing. The dehydrated onion is going to absorb some of the flavor. It's going to soften up, and it's going to give it nice onion flavor.
They look kind of like flower petals.
Okay, keep going. We're almost done. Well, that was loud.
Okay.
Did you know that rack down there is actually a warming drawer?
I did, actually. I did, and you never use it.
Well, we never need to keep things warm in the oven.
Because you just make everything to be done all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, is this
Exactly. All right, looks pretty good. Okay, meatballs. How big are we making them? They are going to shrink up a little bit.
good? I'm just going to say, like, this big.
I'm not sure you're old enough to be playing with meatballs.
Shut up, Mom.
I've been waiting to use that all day.
I know you have.
So, about a ping pong ball. What are you doing?
I'm making a ball.
It's too big. Now it's too small.
No, this is the same size.
All right, let's go. Let's
Just trying
get
to
them
fool
done.
me.
Get them done. You could use an ice cream scoop to get them all about the same size, but we don't have that much meat. Back when I was cooking professionally, we would have to make meatballs. We'd make a gajillion meatballs, and then you use an ice cream scoop to get them all perfectly portioned and about the same size. But if these are plus or minus a little bit, that's okay. We're not going to weigh them out. We could weigh them. That would be if you're like really if you're in a restaurant and you're really worried about quality control, you would weigh them, each one, to make sure that you're not, okay, these are not tight enough, sweets. They gotta be pushed in a little bit together so that they stick together, or you are gonna end up with sloppy Joe sandwiches because they're gonna fall apart.
I've got, like, white stuff on my hands. Is that fat?
Yeah. So how do we know? I didn't check for seasoning only because I've done these 33 gazillion times. How do we check to make sure that our seasoning is right?
You taste them.
What's wrong? Not an answer.
You smell them.
Smells like it needs more salt.
Yes.
No.
Okay, then what are you supposed to do? Is Chef Jenn.
Chef Jenn would
Chef
pop a little
Jenn.
bit in the microwave or in a pan and cook it and then taste it. That's what Chef Jenn would
Why
do.
don't you just cook all of them and then you can taste them and then your
Look, you need your balls tight.
Shut up. Please.
How many have you done?
I've done like the same number as you.
No, you haven't.
I've done all of these and then I've done all of these.
So I started with 2 pounds of meat. How many balls do you think we're going to end up with?
How many are in 1 pound?
I don't know. That would give you an answer, wouldn't
Like,
it?
I'm going to say like 12. No, not 12.
We're already more than 12.
Yeah, so then I'm going to say
Look,
20.
what is the shape of this one?
It's a star.
It's a star ball. We don't want star balls.
I'm going to say if it's like maybe 10 per pound, so like 20.
20. Okay, 20 is a good guess. Let's see. Fluffy Socks says, sorry if you've said it already, but what kind of meat are we using? It's a blend. It is. It is ground pork and ground beef blend.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why aren't we using just ground beef?
Well, you could, but pork has a nicer flavor to it, a more mild flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So your balls are going to be less beefy. I swear, this is, my brain is in the gutter. You could you could use ground turkey. You could use ground whatever you got in the fridge.
Would the only thing that affects is flavor, or would it be
Yeah,
like different
flavor.
textures?
Not really texture, no. So ground pork can be a little bit fattier unless you get lean ground pork. We're not afraid of some fat in these meatballs. A lot of it's going to cook out, and you'll see it in the pan when we pull them out, but fat is flavor. All right, we're almost done. Look, tighter.
I did.
No, look. Look. There we go. All right. Last one. You want the last one?
Sure.
Okay, you do the last one. Make sure they're tight, and then give us a count. See how many you got.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna make this very loud and dramatic, guys. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 31-ish. I'm gonna double count that.
Fat equals flavor. Right on, Fluffy
7,
Socks.
11,
What did
15,
you do? Did you lose track?
18, no, double checking. 22, 27, 30, 32.
32. Excellent. Go wash your hands. I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm cooking them at 375 in the oven just to cook them through. They're not going to brown or anything like that in the oven. Not really. I could broil them at the last minute if I wanted to, but because they're going in such a flavorful sauce, I don't really feel like I need to get that much flavor on the meatballs.
What would you do if we didn't have a flavorful sauce? What else would you put?
I would brown the meatballs. I would brown them for sure. I would probably cook them in a skillet with some oil just to get lots of caramelization on the outside of the meatballs. But that makes a mess. That takes a while. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, we're going to make the sauce now. You did
it to me first.
You
did it to me
Payback
first.
is a bitch.
Yeah, I just paid back.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
We need a pot, a skillet. The brown deep skillet for that.
Okay. New skillet time. What's it gonna look like? And this one, Mom?
Yep.
Did you guess this one?
Yes.
Well, you knew.
All right. What's going to go in our sauce?
Sloppy Joe seasoning.
We need another cutting board. Sloppy Joe seasoning. There's no such thing. I mean, there may be. All right, so we got rid of all the meaty stuff so that we're not cross-contaminating anything.
Gotta do an outfit check. Yes.
An outfit check. That's an integral part of making Sloppy Joe meatballs. All right, sauce is going to start with onions and garlic. Bell pepper's going to go in.
This tea tastes horrible.
You probably got chicken juice dumped in it.
No.
Okay, you gonna cut the onion? Practice your cutting skills.
Sure.
Get the big knife. All right. Look, I've even done the hard work for you. There you go. Okay, cut up that onion.
You start by cutting it in half.
Yep.
And then you go like this.
Yep.
This.
Nope.
This.
Yep. Not
You
too.
go, you
not
go
too
rocking.
thin. Well, you gotta hold the pieces together as you go. Too thin. If you go that thin, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. Too thin. So we want to dice it. There you go. Too thin. And look, you got to leave the pieces behind. There you go. There you go. Fluffy Socks went to culinary school. Fluffy Socks is screaming at how we're cutting our onion. But I swear, Fluffy Socks, this is the way I learned to cut onions back in the day.
She didn't go to culinary school. She's just too cool for school.
Okay, keep going.
She started her own restaurant without ever going to culinary school. Like, that's cool.
After catering for a million years.
Yeah.
Okay. Together, and now turn it and cut that way. And then into the skillet. There you go. Perfect dice. Ta-da! And there's no waste.
Well, we wasted
All
the
right.
skin.
Watch your fingers now. Get your fingers out of there. I can't watch. Watch your fingers. You're not going to watch your fingers. I'm going to watch your fingers. And then the last little bit, you can just run your knife through it. There you go. Let's put some olive oil in the pan and turn it on. Olive oil to heat up first.
This stuff,
Mm-hmm.
the fancy stuff.
It's not really fancy.
But, like, look, it has a gold lid.
Put some in.
24 karat gold.
Put some in. Ah, it's too much.
I haven't put in any.
Okay, try again.
You read what Fluffy Socks just said. Is this good?
Fluffy Socks
Oh.
has people that works for them that can't cut an onion as good as that. We all have to start somewhere. Yeah, you need more than that. About twice as much. Ain't that the truth, Fluffy Socks? I would have people come through right out of culinary school And I'll be like, what, what did you do to that onion? Like, that's not how you dice an onion. Or 10 minutes later, they're done with an onion.
Is this good?
Yes.
Please look.
Yes,
Okay.
this is good. Turn it on. Let's get it hot. Because when you're in a professional kitchen, as Fluffy Socks can attest to, time is money. And if you're going to take 10 years cutting an onion, oh my God.
Time is money, and good butchering skills is money.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This half of an onion too.
Okay. Okay. You go this way.
Not too thin. And keep the pieces together.
Oops. You want to talk about the first part?
There you go. All right. She's on a roll. A little bit thicker. You're making dice, not like shaved onion. There you go. There you go. All right. I'm not going to watch. I'm going to check on my broth.
Yeah, you do that one. You go check on your broth.
I'm also going to check on the chicken for our soup.
All right, beautiful cutting skills. Amazing. I hear the applaud. I hear the audience.
Brenna, what is the safe internal cooking temperature of chicken? How hot does chicken have to be?
165.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
You asked me that last time.
I know, and I'm seeing if you remember.
One of these days, I'm actually gonna cut my finger on stream.
No, please don't.
It would be funny.
What? What is funny about cutting your finger? Do you know how many times I've cut, burned, slashed? Watch that thumb. There you go. In the pan. Perfect. Good job. I would just pick up the whole board and just slide it all in off the board. Come on. Come on. Oh my God. Remember, time is money? All right.
When did you say that?
You said that.
Nope.
Garlic.
My gaslighting just flipped it back on me.
So, look, the chicken is done. The chicken that I had poaching,
It looks dead.
it doesn't look pretty, for sure. But when this cools, we're going to chop it up and add it to the soup.
Okay.
So we're just letting it cool. And the liquid that I saved the liquid from poaching the chicken, and we're going to use that in the soup as well.
Okay.
So lots of things. Okay, stir.
I need a spatula.
Yes, you do. Please don't stir with your hand. All
So are
right.
we waiting just until like they
So
give
how,
out
no,
the
what
smell?
are we waiting for? What are we
Like
waiting
lightly
for?
brown?
No, we don't want it. So we don't want to brown it.
Fragrance?
Nope. What are we looking for?
Soft?
Soft, exactly. We're waiting for the onion to soften up a little bit. It'll probably take 5 or 6 minutes.
You want me to stand here for 6 minutes straight, Mom? This is torture.
Torture. Well, we're going to do other things. It's not like we're just standing and waiting for the onions. All right, I'm going to put in 2 cloves of garlic. They're big cloves of garlic.
Why did they turn yellow once they started to cook? They started off white and then they go yellow.
I don't know. Part of it's because of the olive oil, which is kind of greenish. It may have something, I don't know, chemical reaction.
Cooking is a chemical reaction.
And I'm just putting a chop on the garlic.
That was a question on my science test the other day. And I don't get that. Like, how is everything relating to cooking a chemical reaction? Like, if you put, I guess for me it could be because it changes the protein, the makeup of the proteins in the meat.
What if it's vegetarian?
But if it's vegetarian, yeah, like if you're cooking broccoli, how's that a chemical change?
So keep it spread out. We don't need to have them. Okay, stop. Like, what are you doing?
I'm mixing.
So they need to cook too.
But you told me to mix, Mom.
Well, okay. So you don't have to like do it continuously. There you go. Let it sit for a minute. I'm gonna get you the can opener. You can open the can of tomato sauce.
Can I drink it?
No.
I need a taste test. I need to see if the tomato sauce is still good.
Go get a pile of God spoons for tasting. Yeah, she's all excited over the God spoons. Here we go again. You're gonna get the God spoon talk. I'm sure of it.
Everybody by now. Fluffy Socks, if he was here, if they were here last
Fluffy Socks might know the God spoon story,
they
so
probably, yeah.
we won't go over the God spoon story again.
Here they
Okay,
are.
open that.
All their glory. The inferior God spoons and the normal God spoons. There you go. Look at how pretty the God spoons are. It's like a pattern.
Okay, open the sauce. Oh, too low. Okay, flavor that's going to go into the Sloppy Joe sauce. We're going to add some chili powder. We're going to add paprika. We're going to add, what else are we going to add? Brown sugar. Don't add that to that just yet, because the onions aren't finished cooking enough yet. And if you add the sauce, then the onions are going to stay hard. They'll take too long to get soft.
Very interesting.
Did you taste the tomato sauce?
No. Of course not. You told me not to. And
Well, you can now.
I would never disobey my mother.
And Sloppy Joe sauce. Maybe this is why I don't like Sloppy Joes. The sauce is kind of sweet, and that's why you like it, right? Does it taste like tomato sauce? Dun dun dun. Let's move that. Look, you ran the can through the garlic.
What are you?
Garlic's going in. Why the face over the tomato sauce? Does it not taste like tomato sauce? Is there a problem with the tomato sauce? What's the deal with the tomato sauce?
You don't get to know.
No.
You have to taste it yourself.
I'm not
You have
tasting
to use a
it.
God spoon.
No.
Come on.
Not only am I not using the God spoon, but I'm not tasting the tomato sauce.
Fine. You'll never know. You'll
I
never
know what
whether-
tomato sauce tastes like. And green pepper. Green pepper has to go in the Sloppy Joe sauce.
Could you use a different color pepper, like yellow pepper?
You could, but the darker the color on a pepper, the sweeter it is. And I don't like too much sweet in the pepper, or in the sauce. So we're using a green bell pepper, which has the least amount of sweetness. And I'm not going to add the pepper until right near the end,
Because the pepper gets like really soft.
it does, it gets too soft, yeah.
Uh-huh. I'm smart.
You smart good.
I'm smart good. So speaking of bad grammar, apparently the English teacher in my school is like really nice. Shout out to the English teacher for watching this. But she gives out like candy like basically every lesson apparently. And then apparently her lessons are also really easy. Like I have a good friend that's doing her English course right now. And she says that literally every time they don't even do much writing. They watch a video about like writing and then they figure out what topics they might write about. And then they write for like 2 minutes before the end of class.
Oh my God. Don't get me started. Okay, sauce.
But
and
candy, Mom.
candy. You don't
Yes.
even eat the candy.
I don't, but like in like
Okay,
the
just
idea.
careful. Don't want it splattering. Down closer.
What you want.
All of it. And then scrape it out.
Look. It's like
Turning down the heat because it's bubbling like crazy.
making little holes and it was like shooting out little volcanoes.
I don't think we're going to use the whole bell pepper. It's kind of a big bell pepper. I don't want that much in it. All right, did you get all that out?
Yeah, why are they called bell peppers?
Because they look like bells.
No, they don't.
Because they were developed by a guy named
Alexander
Bell.
Graham Bell?
Yes, inventor of the phone and the bell pepper. Okay, that's good. You're good. It's good. Give me the spatula. Put that by the sink. All right, we're going to get our seasonings in here, and then we are going to let it cook down while we start our
Mom,
soup.
I just thought of the best idea ever.
Best
You
idea
could, like,
ever.
make home decor using old cans. If you're like a chef, you could like take an old tomato like sauce can,
Home decor.
and then you could
using
like
hands.
put like flowers into it and like water, and it would be so pretty, like bougie on a budget, you know?
Bougie on a budget.
Yeah.
Okay, paprika, about a teaspoon. Chili powder, about a teaspoon.
Okay.
Let's go half a teaspoon of paprika. Because there's paprika in chili
Am I
powder.
supposed to just dump it and turn it?
How do you measure half a teaspoon if you dump it? You don't. That's the answer.
half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon.
Of both?
Half a teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and then we're going to add about a tablespoon of brown sugar.
Okay, so I was making brownies the other day, and it was really funny because the recipe said to use 1 teaspoon of salt, right? And I was like, okay, but I got the tablespoon and the teaspoon confused, so I had to like scrape out all of the area of the salt. So I got some cocoa powder, I'll put that as well. So I had to put in the salt back again, and I had to put in the cocoa powder back again. So it is not very organized, but I got it dealt with. And I've been told that they ended up tasting good, so.
Alright. Well, that's when you call them salted chocolate brownies, right?
Like sea salt and stuff. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. Okay, let's stir this up. By let's, I mean you. Go ahead and give this a stir.
Why?
Because the spices are just sitting on the top. I'm going to check on the meatballs.
So right now, in this pot, we have tomato sauce, and we have onion, and we have garlic, and we have paprika, and we have chili powder.
And we are about to have
olive oil.
And we are about to have meatballs. The meatballs are cooked. I'm going to pull them out of the oven, and we're going to put them in the sauce to finish cooking.
Do people add sugar into sloppy Joe sauce?
Oh yes.
Are we?
There's a bit. Yeah, there's a bit of sugar. The sloppy Joe sauce is sweet. But at least when you make it from scratch, that's going to splatter.
Oh.
At least when you make it from scratch, you can control the sweetness. So check the sauce. And then we're going to put the meatballs in. I guess I'll bring them over like this. How does it taste?
Doesn't taste like sloppy Joe sauce yet. It does definitely need more sweetness.
Needs more sweetness? You could put a bit more brown sugar in.
Other than that, it tastes pretty good. Okay. How much brown sugar do we want?
Well, I'll start with about another tablespoon.
Tablespoon. I used to have a friend that just ate raw brown sugar. She was like, oh my god, yeah, it's like so good. Like, guys, you should just try it. And we're like, well, do you like use it in cookies or something?
Uh-oh. Meatball down. Meatball down. That's why we have a dog. Sorry, I trumped your story. Yes, she ate brown sugar. It was not nice.
Okay. Like we online, we did a call together and we all made cookies together. It was a lot of fun. But afterwards, we like showed our reactions of like how good the cookies were. And she had her cookie, and then she just started eating brown sugar. And we were like, that is disgusting. She's like, no, it isn't. And it was
All right,
just very...
I called in the dog to clean up. Okay, let me taste. Let's see. Let's see if we can tilt
let
it.
me mix in
Okay,
the brown
stop. And you want to be careful. The balls need you to be gentle. You have to be gentle with the balls. How's that look? All right, I'm going to taste it. No more sweetness. Put in the bell pepper. Give it a good pinch of salt, please.
Was it too sweet?
No, I just don't like the sweet taste to it. You can check it
This
again.
much?
Yeah, no, a good pinch.
This much?
Okay, yes. All right. Now, out you go, dog. Hey,
But she has to look up every single atom that's left.
she got it. Meatball cleanup is complete, and the dog is deaf, so we have to use hand signals.
She's not completely deaf.
She's pretty much completely deaf, unless you like bellow, yell at her like an inch from her head. All right, we're gonna move this over to the stove so that it can simmer gently for a little while.
Aren't we making other stuff too?
We are. We're gonna make the soup.
Oh yeah. Wait, I never actually heard what soup are we making?
Chicken-Gnocchi soup.
Chicken-Gnocchi soup.
So it's we're making the copycat Olive Garden soup.
Oh. I saw a video online of like people talking about how you could just like buy really anything from like Olive Garden. Like
You can buy anything from Olive
like
Garden.
you could buy like their cutlery, or you could buy like a photo off the wall. Like people actually like
That's
just
weird.
asked like the people working there like, hey, can I buy this? And then they like think of a price and then you could just buy it.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
And you could buy like sheets of Olive Garden parchment that like the breadsticks come on. Like it was really strange. It was kind of funny. So, yeah, life hack.
So, speaking of Olive Garden, they have a few soups, and they have all the time. And one of them is this Chicken-Gnocchi soup. And I don't know, it's delicious, it's thick, it's creamy, it's wonderful. But it's not cheap, and if you don't have an Olive Garden with you and you want the soup, then you're screwed. So a million years ago, when I was pregnant with you, I asked Dad to go get me soup from Olive Garden. Do you know you can buy the soups in a big ass container like this? Like a big 32-ounce container. That's four cups of soup in a container, and he would bring those home for me, and I would eat them.
4 cups isn't actually that much.
No, but that's not what you get when you go to the Olive Garden. So maybe you can really buy anything from the Olive Garden. Can I have a gallon of soup? Sure. That'll be $3,000. Okay, need a big soup pot.
Okay. New pot time.
Right in the back right.
This one back here?
Yep.
Okay.
Brenna's excavating in the pot cupboard. And the pot that we need for the soup is right at the very back.
You don't use it that often.
Because it's a big ass pot, and I don't need a big ass pot all that often. I do when I'm making soup.
Okay,
Well, that's a really big pot. Okay, let's see what we can do. Ta-da! All right, and because it's not used very often, it's got crumbs in it.
Yeah, gotta get out the crumbs. Otherwise, our soup will have little crunchy bits in it.
That could be okay, but not like from the back of the cupboard, crunchy bits. All right, we're gonna start building soup flavor. When I had my restaurant, a guy came in once and he said, you know, and he's telling me about soup, because I had soups every day. And he said, whoa, soups are so easy to make. Why are you selling soups? Soup is nothing more than liquid and some vegetable and some meat in that soup. And I went, ah! No.
Told me that story before.
Yes.
And then she explained that you've got to slowly build up the flavors. So you've got to start with like a base flavor like stock or some kind of broth, and then after that you can start adding in ingredients to change that base flavor and make it more aromatic, right? And then you can add in the larger chunks that you that give the big flavor towards the soup, like carrot or celery or meats and like yeah.
You do listen.
Yeah.
My heart went all in flutter when you said build flavors.
Uh-huh.
That's so nice. All right, we're gonna start a little bit different direction though. We're gonna start with onions, celery, and garlic. So put some oil in our pot, please.
How much?
Just a tablespoon or so. And another onion. Oh, I don't like that onion. That onion looks funky.
You look funky.
That happens, you know, you get a funky onion. Hey, that could be like the name of a song or something. Did you measure it, honestly? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you.
Yeah.
Way to be precise. Funky onion. No, this one's fine.
I think that would be better as the name of a band rather than the name of a song.
Funky
Like,
Onion
what would
Band?
the lyrics be like? Funky onion, yeah, yeah, yeah. Funky onion, like it wouldn't be great. So you can instead have the name of your band be that.
Be the Funky Onion Band?
We should start one, and we should sing about like soups and stuff.
You want me to sing? You've heard me sing.
But you could do like the bass line and stuff. That'd be
I don't
fun.
even know what that means.
Like you could do like the boom, 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 like that.
You want me
You
to
could do
sing that?
you could do electronically, so you don't have to like actually sing.
So I could just like push a button.
Yeah, literally.
Could you go please wash a couple pieces of celery? Right behind you.
Since you said please, I suppose
2 pieces would be
2
good.
pieces.
All right. Just
You should like drumsticks.
you're gonna use the funky onion band. You're gonna use onion or celery as your drumsticks.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna add some onion to the pot. I know it's a big tall pot. You can't really see in there. Trust me. Onion, oil, getting hot. I need another spatula.
Spatula, more like Dracula, am I right?
Dracula. Was Dracula a chef? Maybe it wasn't a steak to the heart. Maybe it was like a spatula to the heart.
A steak, like meat.
Can I have? Can I have?
I
Thank you.
bestow upon you
The celery.
celery.
Celery
Yes.
of
We
wonder.
have 4 viewers. Hello.
Yes. All right, celery. I'm gonna do one. You're gonna do one.
Okay.
Celery, trimmed, washed.
Cut it
Down the
center,
middle.
and then line them up.
Cut it in
Cut
half.
it in half.
Line them up.
And then go back and forth in a rocking motion.
Ta-da. And then into the pot. Okay? And you do it in 3 seconds the way I did it. Ha!
So, you cut down the center,
Down the middle.
and then you cut it in half.
In half. Stack them
And then
up.
you stack them up.
And you keep your fingers out of the way. This is the part I don't watch. Thicker. All the same sizes. Not too bad. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Holistic Robot says to put some wet paper towel under the cutting board. And I saw it slip and I thought I should put a wet paper towel under that. And I will do that as soon as her fingers are done.
My
So-
fingers are done.
So don't cut your fingers. All right, and into the pot.
So full of it.
Save the paper towel for the blood, right? That's recycling, right?
Yes.
Or reusing.
Yes. Renew, reuse, recycle.
All right. In it goes. And then give the pot a stir, please.
Okay. I will do that. But no, I don't know what you're talking about, Holistic Robot. I would never cut my fingers. There would be no need for paper towels.
Yeah,
Where's the
says
spatula? Are you using this one?
says everybody ever
Are you
until
gonna-
yes, until they cut themselves. And then
I'm not going to be one
you're
of those.
not going to cut yourself? Don't say that. You should knock on wood so that you don't jinx yourself. There you go. Here, that's a little better. Okay. So, let me see. We've got onions and celery in there. In the pot. That's good. All right, I'm going to throw a couple cloves of garlic in. Love to see kiddos in the kitchen. I cut mine mostly when I hand wash my knives, not as careful washing as I am cutting. That's, that, I can see that. I can totally see that. I don't think we want too much garlic in the soup. It's kind of a delicate flavored soup. We don't want to be like garlic.
Unless it's like vampires.
But
In
it
which
isn't.
We give them lots of garlic that they die.
It isn't vampire soup. And I'm just going to do a rough chop on the garlic. It's going to cook down in the soup pot nicely.
Also, by the way, Holistic Robot, I will have you know, I am not a kiddo. I am a teenager. I am a very, very mature teenager. I'm like basically an adult at this point. Yeah.
14-year-old adult.
Yes, yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
You can take that up with Holistic Robot. All right, in it goes. What are we looking for?
Edibleness. What?
Why are we doing this?
To bring out the flavor.
And,
Make them not crunchy.
yeah, you don't really want crunchy vegetables in your soup. I mean, there are soups where you have crunchy vegetables, but this isn't one of them. So we want the onions and the celery to cook down until they're translucent.
We're super famous. We have 5.
Five viewers?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm gonna check on our meatballs. They're doing just
Our
fine.
sloppy Joe
Our
meatballs.
sloppy Joe meatballs.
What will we eat that on? Noodles?
Noodles or rice, probably. I'll serve them over rice for dinner.
Rice sounds good. I like rice. Rice. And
All right,
sloppy
I'm
Joe
gonna
meatballs.
grab a meatball and we can test it.
Okay. Taste test time. God, Mom, we need some. Oh my God, what do you call them?
Like taste test
We
music.
need some emotes with that say like taste test on them, and then
Well,
like.
go and get them made. I don't know how to
Or
make them.
maybe we could have like a viewing reward thing where like you spend like 1,000 points, it'll be like a taste test. Yeah, so I can just like.
I'm gonna put a bit of sauce in these, and then we're gonna wait for them to cool.
And then wherever we're making at that moment, they can force us to try it.
Force us to try it.
We're doing garlic, like we just have to eat some of the garlic.
I'm not sure I like that idea.
So I do it. I like
You
the
would do
idea.
it?
Yeah,
You would do it?
I would do it.
She's eaten raw potato before, so I don't doubt it.
It was not terrible.
Potatoes, you
Not terrible.
should not be eating raw potatoes. They're nasty.
Why not?
They're nasty.
They're in my
starchy.
blood, Mom. They're in my blood.
Just because you're part Irish doesn't mean you eat raw potato. They're nasty. Okay, this is cooking down nicely. What are we going to do next in there?
Put more stuff in. What? Is that a small induction element or gas?
It is a small induction element. The stove, I have a gas stove behind us, but it's not good for like streaming. So
This one's portable.
this one's portable, and I can pop it right here. We moved into this house and it was an electric oven, and I went, oh no, I can't
Yeah, the
handle
amount of time we had that electric oven was so short. Like we moved in and she was like, "We need a new oven."
It's gotta go.
Yeah.
It's gotta go. And then we had to put a gas line into the house.
And we moved the fridge as well because he didn't like the fridge. So the fridge that used to be here is now in the garage.
Well, yeah.
So we have the garage fridge, we have the garage freezer, we have the chest freezer and the tall freezer,
Ah!
and then we have the freezer, the normal freezer.
All right. So these are done. You know how I know they're done?
How?
They're translucent. The onion is translucent and is kind of soft. You believe me?
They look pretty like
They
they
look
look pretty opaque to me.
opaque. Well, they're getting there. They're cooking down. Okay.
Smaller piece of
We'll
it.
give them another minute or two while we try the meatballs. Okay, sloppy Joe meatballs. I cut it in half. How much do you get?
Half.
You're going to use the God spoon for the
Obvious.
meatball.
Obvious.
Any bets on if Brenna wears the meatball with the God spoon?
I bet no. Stop! 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 Get away from me. No! No. Stop it. Stop it.
It's not. It's pretty good. What do you think? They're meaty. They're saucy. They taste like sloppy joes. What do you think? You like?
Good. Make it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is very yummy. I don't know how to react to things. Like, it's food.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go, oh my god, this is the best meatball I've ever, no, this is the best thing I've ever tasted.
Why not?
I'm not gonna say
Why
that.
not?
It's not true.
It could be true.
It could be true for you guys, so go make it.
So the recipe will eventually end up on my blog, cookwhatyoulove.com. It's not there yet. This is actually a really, real old recipe. I made this back when I had the restaurant, when I was doing catering. We would get odd requests for things like sloppy Joe meatballs. These are the sloppy Joe meatballs. Yes, holistic robot. Those were the sloppy Joe meatballs. Let me give you a view. We made the meatballs from scratch. We made the sauce from scratch, all except the tomato sauce.
Okay,
And they're delicious.
I'll tell you. So the meatballs have ground pork and ground beef in them. And then there's also some egg, and then there's some milk, and then there's some like dried onion flakes and breadcrumbs. Okay, and then in the sauce, it's normal tomato sauce, but also with green like bell pepper. There's some chili powder and paprika. There's some onion, and then is that it?
I wasn't
and then
listening.
salt and pepper. And then that's what's in them.
Right. Okay. Our veggies are cooked.
Brown sugar, yes, that as well. Thank you.
A little bit of brown sugar. That's sloppy Joe mixtures are typically a little bit sweeter. When you make them from scratch, you can control the sweetness. If you ever get a can of Manwich, which is the sloppy Joe sauce, it's like candy in a can. It's nasty. All right, on to our soup. Our veggies are done. I don't know, and you can see that. The veggies are done. I'm going to add the poaching liquid from the chicken.
What's poaching liquid?
It's the liquid that I cooked the chicken in.
What's it made of?
What?
What's it made of?
It was just water and the chicken.
Chicken juice.
Chicken juice. And
Holistic Robot doesn't like Manwich either.
oh, it's nasty. But if you try it from scratch, it can be really quite delightful. All right, I don't have enough liquid in there. So,
Chicken stock?
you know what I did? We did not deglaze with the white wine.
How dare you? How could you forget?
So, what do? Oh no, I forgot to deglaze with the white
Add
wine.
a little bit now?
Okay, no. Why?
Because it would be like strong and like
It would be very strong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wine in a skillet, and then I'm going to reduce it in a skillet until it's down to about a tablespoon or two, and then I'm going to add it to this.
It smells like soup.
It does smell like soup, but we're not done. I'll put it up here. Could you please peel that other carrot, please?
This one?
Yeah. Go peel.
Okay.
Watch your bone.
Carrot. You guys see this? It's a carrot. It's very orange. Yes. Now, I'm gonna teach you how to peel a carrot. Take your carrot peeler,
Brenna's going to
And
teach
then
you how to peel a
peel
carrot.
it. And then you peel again, and you make sure that like you aren't peeling the same spots over again. Because you don't want the carrot to be gone, right?
I got too busy talking and I forgot about the wine. So we're going to deglaze. We're going to reduce the wine, starting with about half a cup of wine, and I'm going to reduce that to about 2 tablespoons, just to add a little bit of acidity and another layer of flavor to our soup. While we're doing that, long strokes. I swear, a cooking channel could be like a, you know, an X-rated channel too. Okay, all that talk about
Mom.
meatballs.
Okay.
What?
You say things and you're like, oh my god, I'm so dirty. And then it takes me like 30 seconds to figure out what you meant.
Good? That's good. I've got our poached chicken here. I'm just going to cube this up nice and small so that we can get it into our soup. I did not cook the crap out of the chicken. It is still moist and tender and delicious and not stringy, which it would be if I had cooked the crap out of the chicken. And just gonna get that ready to go into the soup. I do miss the soup in the Vitamix. Apple, onion, carrot, roasted sweet potato, veggie stock, and the dang thing in the Vitamix. That does sound good. Raw apple and carrot? Or are you sauteing those apple, onion, and carrot? You saute? Yeah, you're cooking that stuff first, I'm sure. Yeah, chop roughly and then cook. I got a Vitamix behind me. Love my Vitamix. Love pureeing soups in it, for sure.
I like making smoothies in it.
The kids make smoothies in it.
Whoops.
Whoa!
I just dropped the carrot.
You did. Now you get to go wash it.
But yeah, like, okay.
Only
smoothie
thing
making
cooked
tip.
ahead of time is the sweet potato. Sounds yummy.
Smoothie making tip. If you want to make smoothies in a Vitamix, you have to start with a base. And so generally frozen banana is great because it makes the smoothies thick and not juice. Although we do have a juicer as well. And then you can add whatever you want your flavor to be. Like you can add strawberries are really good, and then blueberries. And I really like thick like smoothies, and so I add like everything frozen. And then after you add that, you need your liquid. So I generally use milk, but you can also use juice, or like any other things that you want, like water sometimes. And then after that, you're all good, unless you want to add other smaller flavors. Like sometimes I'll add like mixes, like berry mixes, and then I'll pick out like whatever I want the most of, and then like some other things. And then you mix it all together, and then you're good. So yes.
And you are good.
And then you can garnish. It's like granola and stuff. Very yummy.
Yes. Sounds good if you like smoothies.
Oh, he said the only thing cooked ahead of time is the sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, we're grating some carrot. We're gonna add some grated carrot to the soup near the end of the cooking time because it doesn't take very long to cook. And I'm careful not to grate my fingers. And you don't need a whole bunch.
Oh my god, get those fingers out of it. I can't watch. I can't watch.
You're funny. All right, grated carrot. I'm gonna leave the chunks. Somebody will eat the chunks. You shouldn't eat the chunks. You got braces on. I don't need to be running you to the ortho to get a bracket fixed. All right, how's that doing? It's boiling away. Our wine is boiling away and reducing. I'm going to add some more chicken broth to the pot. You want to tell them how we made our chicken broth?
So we started with like water, and then
Yes.
we put in a bunch of chicken bones. We put in a bunch of chicken bones, and then we added onion and like celery and stuff, and it's good.
And carrot.
Okay, we've got two more
Garlic.
comments.
Comments.
Still avoid my mandolin, even with the guard. It scares me.
Mandolins are scary. Yes, they are. I agree.
And then we got another comment that I'm sorry, but I do not I'm not sure that's written in English. Can I Google Translate it? Where's your phone?
My phone is recording us.
Oh yeah.
You don't think it's in English? Let's see. Damn you, Mark 1. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what language that is. Do you know it? Can you write it in English?
Let's get Google Translate. Come on.
Or we can, you know, maybe, I think they're saying, is it done? No, it's not quite done. I'm only about halfway reduced. A couple more minutes. Smells good. If you like wine, I guess.
I don't.
You don't like wine? That's good. 14-year-olds shouldn't like wine.
Okay, I'm looking it up. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna look up that comment. 1 second. I'll be really quick.
Really quick. All right. I'm just transferring some of the chicken broth that we've got cooking to the soup pot where we're going to make our soup. My wine is almost all the way reduced. Uh-oh. How'd that happen? Is it my daughter? Yes, that's my daughter Brenna. She is 14 and she is learning how to cook. I don't do this for kicks on Twitch. My days of cooking demos are long gone. I bet it means, is that your daughter?
What?
So they wrote it in English for us.
Oh.
It means, is that your daughter?
Yes, I'm 14.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost done on the wine. She's 14. Yes,
I'm
she is 14.
but I still look like a baby.
All right, now I got to add more water to our pot because I just took it all out.
My birthday's actually in like half a year. I'll be 15 in half a year. Crazy. And then I'll be able to drive a car in like a year and a half. Theoretically.
Nope.
How old do I look? Holistic Robot said that their kids are awake, so they've got to go.
Okay, see you later. Thanks
Bye,
for
Holistic
joining
Robot.
us.
And thank you for following. You just followed.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You look 25. What?
What?
What? 25? Holy cow. Okay, my wine is almost down to nothing. There's just a little wee bit left in the pot. So I'm going to add this to the broth.
25. Wow.
25? Would you be done medical school? No, you'd still be in medical school.
I look old. Sis, I'm sorry.
All right, we're going
It's
to
alright.
give you little pigtails in your hair. That'll... All right, we're going to bring this up to a boil. We're going to put some more liquid in here. All right, what else is going to go in the soup? How do you make soup? Is this soup?
No. This is just like broth. Barely. You've
Okay.
gotta put in some meat. And then
Okay.
you've gotta put in more
More
stuff.
what?
Flavor? Yes.
More flavor.
Carrot.
All right.
Gotta put in the carrot.
So this is a thick, creamy soup. So we're going to have to thicken it,
Cream.
and we're going to have
And
to make
flour.
it creamy.
And xanthan gum.
No xanthan gum. We're not putting xanthan gum in the soup.
Why not?
You look old.
Do I look that old to you?
I think it's misleading because you're like a foot taller than me. There you go. Now you look young. Good job. Good job. Our soup is going to boil, come up to a simmer if I stop playing with it. Okay, and I'm going to get our slurry ready. We're also going to put in this soup spinach,
Are we making like a water and like flour slurry?
cream. Yes.
Spinach.
Don't put it in yet.
Stuff is like super healthy.
It is super healthy. I had to like sneak it in the house and hide it before you turned it into a smoothie or juice.
Remove seal to enjoy.
All right, and my gnocchi is here. We're putting gnocchi in the soup, and I need to get a roux mixture, which is flour and water combined, which is going to thicken up our stock. So let me do that. Are you going to just eat it raw now?
I would give this like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being horrible tasting and 10 being amazing. I give this like a 4.
4.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's raw spinach. I mean, people eat raw spinach all the time. Thank you. Just what I wanted, raw spinach on my head. She
I
may
didn't
look
notice.
25, but apparently she doesn't behave like a 25-year-old.
What are you talking about? I'm very mature, right?
Right.
I'm
That's
a lot
why
more
there-
mature than half the other grade 9s in my school.
That's why there's spinach on my head.
Yes.
Totally.
But like there was a school event the other night and like oh my god, there were other people in the line like to get pizza or whatever, and some of the stuff they were talking about was just like what? Like so immature and just so bad. Like
Well, I'm glad that you are not.
I was talking to a friend at the time and we both just kind of stopped to listen to them. It's just like what? Is that what people really talk about? And she was like, no.
That's pretty harsh. All right, so I got some, this was chicken broth and flour, because we're going to thicken up our soup.
Are you putting that right in?
I'm going to add part of it. I'm going to add it slowly. Why? Why? You can have the spinach hat. Thank you. Brenna's contribution to the soup was putting carrot in the slurry.
I have helped so much.
Yes, you have. You've done a great job today.
You're welcome.
All right. We want the soup to simmer. Simmer soup. I'm going to have more tea. I haven't had enough tea today. We have 5 viewers, Brenna.
We're practically famous.
We are practically famous.
We're like 5 is like basically 10. 10 is like basically 100, right? Just like one more 0, and 0 is nothing. So like it's like nothing away from 100, and then that from 1,000, and then that from 10,000, and then we have like over 10,000 viewers.
I saw a cooking show on Twitch the other night, and it was late at night, so I don't know. But there were like 400 people on. I was jealous. I was really jelly. We're waiting for the soup to boil.
Oh, we have 6 viewers.
And then 6. Ah! And then I'm going to add the thickener, the flour and chicken broth to the pot to make it nice and thick. Because this is not a brothy soup; it is a creamy, thick soup.
Okay.
So that is what we're going for. And then we're going to put all the rest of the ingredients in because they don't take very long to cook. And then we're done. So we have 2 meals. Are you just going to eat the rest of the green pepper?
You want me to?
No. I could use this for something else.
7 viewers.
I could use the rest of the green pepper for something else.
What's in the bowl next to the carrot? Oh, realistic robot, you're still
What
here.
is in the bowl next to the carrot? This is flour and chicken broth together, which is going to thicken our soup.
It's a thickener from the flour. And like you see how like weird it looks? It's because it's thick. Yeah.
And kids are playing Pac-Man, so I'm okay. Awesome.
Pac-Man is such a good game. Like actually.
They should be watching us. Really,
Mhm.
seriously, they should be learning how to cook. Totally.
And we
All
have
right.
8 viewers. This is like, I think this is the highest that we've ever gotten. Like we've gotten an 8 before. So this isn't our record. Soup on a Sunday. Love it.
Yeah.
So Coco Mojo.
We've got onions and celery and garlic in the pot, and we're just bringing it up to a simmer. Then we're going to add our thickener and let it cook a little bit. And we're going to add the chicken to it, the carrots to it, the gnocchi to it, spinach to it, and then we're going to finish it with a hit of cream because cream is delicious. What's that now? Soup is my go-to this time of year and economical too. I agree.
Also, you are so lucky for having an arcade machine in your house.
Oh,
Like what?
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm using packaged gnocchi. I know, shoot me. But while I am certainly capable of hand making gnocchi, there's something just really convenient and easy about using these. And they're going in soup. So does it really matter if in the soup if you're not using the most fabulous gnocchi in the world? Our soup is just about to boil. You see that?
Yeah. It's like all the stuff is like moving up
All right.
slowly.
Now, don't just dump this in all at once.
Yeah.
You need to drizzle it and stir at the same time
I can do the stirring, so you just have to worry about drizzling.
until I have to stir it too because I have to see the consistency that we're getting to.
Alright. That was like 3/4 of it.
It is, well, I got like 12 cups of broth, 16 cups of broth in here. And it's not boiling yet. It's not fully thickened until it boils.
Yes, it is a flour thickener holistic robot. It's
Yes.
just water and
No.
flour
Chicken broth.
and
Chicken broth and
chicken broth.
flour.
So it's like flavorful. Cool.
Yep. We don't want to dilute it with water.
A poolish. You know what a poolish is? It's like poolish.
Poolish? A poolish. No. I don't know. I call it a slurry. I've never heard of a poolish. But I'm going to add a little bit more. There we
Flour
go.
and water is used in bread making.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Leave overnight to kickstart fermenting.
Probably
Wow,
don't
no more
have.
than I do.
I probably don't have enough in here to thicken up the soup. So I'm going to make a little bit more. Brenna's going to entertain you.
Hello. Entertainment. Yes. Okay. I will describe to you what the soup looks like. It has a bunch of chunks of like onion in it, some of them brown, some of them not, and it's like a cloudy color. So it doesn't really look that appetizing right now. Do you think it looks appetizing, Mom?
I think it looks delicious.
A clowny color? No, it's like a cloudy. It's like clear, but like some like slurry in it, so it's like not completely clear, so it's cloudy. Cloudy. Could be a clowny color, like could be like, I don't know.
What is it? All right.
I don't know, like the skin color of the paint that like clowns use on their face. Could be like a clowny.
Can I have the device? Thank you.
Device? That isn't a device. It's a utensil, Mom.
All right. Give it to me.
Utensil. Wrong tool for the job.
All right. That's going to thicken up. I'm going to add the gnocchi. Brenna's a non-stop eating machine. Gnocchi is going to cook very quickly. We don't want to overcook the gnocchi. So we're going to put all the rest of the ingredients in here. Hot, splashy.
When are we putting the carrot in?
You want to put the carrot in?
Yes.
All right. Carrot can go in. The chicken can go in. The spinach we'll add just at the very last minute. There you go. Don't splash you. Yeah, it's hot. Almost all. Yep, almost done. Excuse you. Okay. The me see.
What herbs are in there?
Oh, we need thyme. We'll go grab some fresh thyme, Brenna.
From outside?
Yeah.
Okay. And the thyme is in the bucket right next to the door.
Yes, it is. We're gonna put some fresh thyme in the soup. There's not a lot of herb in here. It's a fairly simple soup. The flavor comes from the chicken broth that we built up with flavor.
This enough? Probably too much.
No, it's fine. Give it a rinse and throw it in the pot.
Okay.
We're gonna wait for this to simmer. That'll cook the gnocchi, and then we're going to add spinach to it and a shot of cream to give it some richness and to make it a nice
Thanks
white
for reminding
color.
us, Holistic Robot.
Yeah, I nearly forgot the time. You almost forget the time. There's so many jokes there.
We
Okay,
almost
that's
ran
good.
out of time.
Exactly. No, I didn't almost run out of time. There's a lot of time out there. Let's put it in.
Just like
Stems and all. We'll fish the stems out before we serve it. Awesome. Now, we've got to wait for that. We
there's
time
so many
changed,
chunks in
so it's
it.
understandable. We did too. Now, we just have to wait for this to simmer. That's going to take a minute.
Let's just all stare at it.
A watched pot doesn't boil, but look at all that goodness. See that? A gnocchi and chicken and carrot and celery and onions.
And a giant hunk of thyme.
A giant hunk of thyme, which we will fish out before we serve.
Mhm.
I think there's enough soup there too. We're going to be eating soup all week. Nope, not done. I haven't added any of the cream yet. I'm going to add the cream in a minute, right at the end. All right, so that's all we're cooking today, the soup and the sloppy Joe meatballs. They took a while. They did. And we've been going for an hour and a half, an hour and 40 minutes already. But this recipe is for sure on my blog, cookwhatyouLove.com. So if you want the recipe, check it out there. It's chicken gnocchi soup. It is a copycat version of the famous Olive Garden soup, and it's going to be better.
Obviously.
Obviously. Partly because we're making the chicken broth from scratch. Like, who does that?
Us.
Us or me?
Us.
Us. Are you going to do it too when you're older?
No, I help. So like I
Or are you gonna shop? You're gonna shop at the restaurant of mom and dad and come get
Honestly,
my homemade chicken stock.
When I'm in medical school, I probably won't have the time or
This is
energy
true.
to cook soup from scratch.
This is true.
My soup will be the ramen broth.
Oh, those packets. Those like 25-cent packet.
No, I'll come pick up food from your house.
Okay, I'll cook for you.
Except you always get frustrated when Keegan comes home just to like get food and then leave. You're like,
Well,
oh,
because that's all he does.
but, like what if it's all I do? I don't have time, you know.
You can at least say hello.
He says hello sometimes.
You can say hello. The photos on the blog are crazy good.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. I work hard on those. Actually, I have my photo studio just a little bit in front of us where you can't see.
Yeah,
And I have the camera
we're
set up.
recording from on top of the studio, so
Yeah.
you can't see it, but you're right there. We have like this cart, and then there are like a bunch of like backdrops. That's our secret. We don't actually have that many different countertops.
Shh. Don't give away all my secrets. Don't give them all away. Okay, let's add the spinach. Give me a couple good handfuls of spinach in there, please.
You want them rinsed?
This is like quadruple washed, so it's fine. Go ahead and pop a few
This much?
handfuls in. Yep. It's going to shrink like crazy.
More?
Yep.
This much?
Yep.
More?
Okay, well, let's see now. Let's see after this cooks down. We want it to have some spinach in it, not be like
Spinach soup. Jinx.
Yes.
Haha.
All right. That's looking pretty good. Okay, cream, please.
How much do
All
you
right.
want?
Pour some in. About a cup. Let's see. A cup. You're not gonna. Okay. All right. Let's see.
Ooh, it's all murky now
One more cup.
and clowny.
Stop. One more cup. One more cup of soup. Oh, cream. Let's go.
Yes, one more cup of soup into the soup.
All right. I'm gonna go get a glass bowl and then we can try it.
All
Okay.
right. This actually looks really good.
It does. It looks delicious. And it better taste good because there's a lot of, oh, you know what? We don't have any salt in it. Okay, yeah, that one, again, one more. All right, we are using the stock, the chicken broth that we used for the soup has no salt in it. There's no salt anywhere in here, so it's probably going to need a fair bit more.
We salted the meatballs. Does that like go?
But
like,
there are no meatballs in the soup.
How do you know?
Because we made it. Do you remember putting meatballs in the soup?
There could have been like
You're a
stuff
meatball.
on your hands and then like.
You're a meatball.
Nuh-uh.
Because this pot is nearly full. This is nearly full of soup.
It's like this much space in the top of the pot.
I cannot get an adequate taste with that soup.
Now I'll give you an adequate taste.
Alright, let me see. We're going to check it for salt. And flavor. Maybe it sucks. It doesn't suck. It's delicious, but it needs salt. Where's my salt bucket? It needs a lot of salt.
It's like Olive Garden.
It tastes like Olive Garden. Does it taste like Olive Garden? Or does it taste like the Olive Garden soup?
When was the last time you went to Olive Garden?
It's been a very long time.
Like, probably when I was 9, 8.
It's been a while.
8, so like 6 years.
It's been a while. Well, we lived right, 3 minutes from an Olive Garden, and now we are not. So
All I remember is that we lived right around the corner of our neighborhood. There was a gas station, and like fast food. There's a lot of fast food places right there.
It needs a bit more salt. Almost there. And then, Brenna, you can try it. Tell me what you think.
I already tried it.
Yeah, but I mean, try all of it together.
Okay.
Go get a little glass bowl
Okay.
and a real spoon.
What do you mean? There are real spoons there.
A real spoon. All right, I'm going to dish up a bit for Brenna to try. Get a little bit of everything in here. A gnocchi and some chicken and spinach. Well, there's 2 gnocchis.
3.
And some spinach. I think I might have to put more spinach in here.
Holistic Robot says that soup would cure any cold. It's crazy and it's good looking soup.
Yeah, it's delicious. I mean, it's creamy and, oh, there's some chicken.
Okay, I feel like soup is just the universal, like, sick food.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let that cool. Don't just eat it like that. Yeah, there's all sorts of good stuff in here, and I don't think there's enough spinach. There's a lot of soup and not a lot of spinach. And the spinach is all at the top, so it's really
more spinach?
It's really hard to tell. Yeah, give us another spoon, another handful of.
Just a handful of spinach.
A good hand. What is that? That was like 3 pieces. You just like playing in the spinach.
This much?
Yes. In it goes. And it's baby spinach, so that it cooks quickly without big tough stems on it. All right, try that soup. Tell us what you think.
It's good.
It's good. Eloquent as always, Brenna.
I taste the chicken.
It tastes very timey. I'm going to take out our thyme.
I do taste a lot of thyme.
I don't want the thyme sitting in there forever. Here we go. Just pull it out.
That was good.
All right, that's it. Is it good? Do we pass?
Awesome.
No. I'm going to have a bowl when we're done. And it's just bubbling along nicely. And if we weren't talking so much and doing things so slowly, this soup could be ready in about 30, 40 minutes. It took us a lot longer. The meatballs took a long time today. Yeah. Anything cooking from scratch is slow cooking. And give yourself lots of time because it's delicious. Tastes better, don't you think? From scratch? Excellent.
Here comes the airplane.
No, thank you. Hangers closed.
Okay.
Hangers closed. All right, Brenna, so I think we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Stop. I don't like leaving.
You just want to be streaming all day, every day?
We have 5 viewers right now.
You're just going to,
We're internet famous.
We had 8.
Yeah, we had, that was cool.
Brenna did a little happy dance.
Holistic Robots kids request meatballs every week, and they normally just make meatloaf. Meatloaf is good too. Meatloaf is like a good replacement, honestly.
Meatloaf is like one giant meatball.
Yeah.
So you could say that you're making meatballs.
It's a meatloaf.
You
ball.
just say it's
Or
one
a
meatball.
meatball loaf. Meatball loaf. Yes.
Meatball loaf?
Yes.
That'd probably go viral. A meatball loaf?
You could put like a bunch of meatballs into like a loaf shape, and you could put like stuff around it to like
Like
make
pull
it,
apart meatballs.
Yes. We need to work on that.
Don't take our idea. Maybe we'll do that next week
Mm-hmm.
when we have time. Grab.
Yeah. Did she recommend using an ice
Grab
cream
the
scoop?
ice cream scoop and scoop the meatloaf into balls. I did recommend using an ice cream scoop. Certainly
good.
can. It is good soup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for us today, guys. Thanks for joining in. Don't forget to follow us. Really like our followers.
Mm-hmm.
Our follower count is really, really tragically sad.
No, it isn't. We have so many. So you're missing out. You're missing out on all of the fun of being one of our. We just got a viewer.
And as I said right at the beginning, it is our mission to improve the quality of the live streams on the cooking channel.
Killer Carrot wants us to cook something else.
Cook something else.
Aren't we
Killer
gonna
Carrot.
make a Greek salad?
I was gonna make a Greek salad. I'm tired though.
All right.
We'll do a Greek salad next time.
Okay.
We've been at this for 2 hours,
Mhm.
and Brenna's got to get going. She's got a thing this afternoon.
Killer Carrot, you should follow so that you can see us cook something else next time.
Right? And we'll make a Greek salad in your honor, Killer Carrot, next time. But only if you follow us. We'll give you a shout out next time. When
Thank
we
you.
Make,
They followed us. Woo! Thank you.
when we make
Uh-huh.
Greek salad
We're
next
gonna make
time.
a Killer Carrot Greek salad.
When I know I have feta, so we
Yes.
can do it properly.
Yes. All right.
Otherwise, Greek people all over the world would roll over and go, it's not a Greek salad.
Mhm.
I'll show you how to do it properly
All
next
right.
time. All right, thank you guys. Thanks
Thank
for joining
you.
us. Don't forget to follow. Love you all, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Oh, and by the way, if you missed it, today we made meatballs and we made soup. So, yeah, sloppy Joe meatballs. Okay, bye.